Well, here it is, the bad news. If you're watching the match with Taylor Fritz, this, by the way, goes to show you how terrible the next gen is. I saw some comments saying like, Matt, that match was really close, or Matt got it wrong. No, the match would not be close if Rafa was anything close to 100%. The fact that Taylor Fritz lost to a not 100% Rafa is kind of reflective of how bad they are. Anyways, roll it.
I made my decision because I believe that I can't win two matches. Under these circumstances, I can't serve. It's not only that I can't serve at the right speed. It's that I can't do the
it's painful for him.
Normal movement to serve. So after say that, imagine myself winning two matches, and for respect to myself in some way, I don't want to go out there.
This is what we were looking at. Take a look. This is a great graphic. I love it. It was a Grand Slam goat sandwich. On top, you have one piece of bread. That's 20 majors. On the bottom, you have your other piece of pain du chocolat. That's Rafa Nadal with 22 majors. A little French in there because he's got most of those at the French Open. And then in the middle, you got the low-quality meat, Spam, or maybe some kind of, I don't know, what are the new things that people eat that are not meat? Beyond Meat, something like that. Some crap in the middle. First major semifinalist, and now Nick Kyrios, he's special. So, I'm not talking about Nick. I think Nick could win. Maybe, I don't know, not going through Rafa? Is that, comment below. I had some good comments. Some of them, though, don't need them anymore because Rafa's out and they don't really make sense anymore. But do comment below on this. Does this help or hurt Nick Kyrios? I knew if I just waited, instead of doing a video last night, it's like, just wait. There's a good chance that Rafa pulls out of this thing, and he sure did. I thought I made it far enough through today to where he was going to play. And, his doctor's on site. They were going to do everything they could. Rafa, serving the way he did against Taylor Fritz, he can win. We saw. Barely, but he was able to do it. Taylor Fritz, he's got to serve like Nick Kyrios. It was good prep for Nick Kyrios. He's got to serve that not as good as Nick Kyrios, obviously, but closer than most guys on tour. And he's got a forehand that's pretty good, too. Nick Kyrios got a whole lot of other stuff. But mentally, you saw in Rafa's face when he went down, whatever the score was, I can't remember. What was he? I guess he was down 2-1. Rafa won the second, lost the first, lost the third. 2-1. You could see in Rafa's face, he's like, no way. I am not losing to Taylor Fritz. No way. Not again. Not hurt again losing to Taylor Fritz. No as for that. No chance Rafa was going to lose to one of these next-gen losers who are so disappointing. I saw a comment throwing Jannik Sinner in there. Hey, Djokovic at Wimbledon, in one of your early experiences at Wimbledon in your career, let's not make that Tsitsipas, who a lot of people were saying had a chance to win the French Open going in. No one had Jannik Sinner with a chance. Let's not equate that with Tsitsipas. Let's give Jannik Sinner more credit because nobody out of the next-gen Bozo squad has gone up 2-0 at Wimbledon against Novak Djokovic, who is, I hate saying this because I'm a big Federer fan. Fed is the king of grass, but Djokovic is coming close. Pretty soon we might have two kings of grass, and if Djokovic can stay healthy long enough, we might have a new king of grass. And like I said, it pains me. Don't hate me, Federer fans, because I don't want to say it. But anyway, so yeah, this is what we were looking at. Here's another graphic, even sadder, more bittersweet to see this one. I loved when Kyrios said, basically we're even here. He threw out their head-to-head record anywhere else. He said, we're 1-1. I got him once. He got me once. He's talking about center court matches with Rafa, and we were about to get a third one. At least Mr. Wimbledon's got to be happy. Well, not too happy. They don't want to lose one of their big semifinal altogether. But at least now Wimbledon has an excuse to not put Nick Kyrios out on center court again. So this will be, Kyrios has been on center court one time, the whole tournament. Going to the final, one match on center court. At least he'll get two. He'll get number 2 at the final. They looked into moving the men's final off of center court. They talked about it at Wimbledon. The same committee that did the Russian ban. They were discussing all that. Ultimately, they decided to stick him out on center court. Anyways, I'm going to show you some of the stuff that we were going to talk about today, assuming that Nadal was going to play. I mean, we're really missing out here. This really sucks that Nadal's body is not cooperating. And I think he would have had a chance against Djokovic if he had been healthy. He was looking better and better and better until Taylor Fritz. I mean, just like Indian Wells. Rafa looking great. Into the finals. Going to win it, no problem. Taylor Fritz, nice and easy. Then he's injured. Couldn't come through that one. This injury, I don't want to say it's less serious. It's just Rafa at Wimbledon on grass found a way to beat the guy. It's a little more important than Indian Wells.
That first win.
Remember this?
Match.
This is the last time, 2019. Kyrios tries to tag him.
That was a rocket.
I mean, you can see from the reaction more from the clip how
pretty
fast
special
it
to play Rafa here. We've had some absolute battles on that centre court. You know, he's won one against me and I've won one against him. So obviously we know two completely different personalities.
Yeah.
And I feel like we respect the hell out of each other though. So I feel like that would be a mouth-watering
that I would respect the hell out of you.
encounter for everyone around the world. You know, that would probably the most watched match of all time. I would argue that.
Nick Kyrios, this will be the most watched match of all time. I mean, it was going to be, but listen to Brad. Brad Gilbert disagrees. Listen to Brad Gilbert.
If somehow we could get to Joker versus Rafa Sunday, I'm just saying, I'm
Let's
not
not
saying
get ahead of ourselves, because Nick Kyrios is playing the best tennis of his life.
Kyrios will be a big favorite in that match Friday, based upon what we
Real big
see
favorite.
with the
Don't even have
stomach.
to play.
And obviously, it's going to be a tough, 40 hours. But I was just saying, if somehow we did, could be the biggest men's match of all time.
Wow, of all time.
The biggest men's match of all time. I think Brad Gilbert was right. That would have been the ultimate GOAT match. That is what I predicted in the draw going into this tournament. That is what we would have got if Nadal was healthy. He would have found a way through Nick Kyrgios. And Djokovic is probably, comment below, Djokovic is probably going to find a way through Nick Kyrgios. But do comment below what I asked earlier. It'll never be. Brad Gilbert, we're also sorry with him. We'll never see this greatest, most watched match of all time. We won't even see what Nick Kyrgios thought would be the most watched match of all time tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be every Friday of the second Friday of Wimbledon. Tomorrow's Beer Hall Freitag, so drop a bunch of comments below. We won't have much else to do besides talk about Cam Norrie getting destroyed by Novak Djokovic. But every second Friday of Wimbledon, it's like a special, special day. Those two men's semifinals at Wimbledon are always so good. Even the year it was Isner and Kevin Anderson, it was still a pretty wild match. And now we're going to get one. And out of the two matches we had tomorrow, we're going to get the one that sucks. I mean, take a look at this. This was, remember Federer's finger wag? We were going to get the rematch of this. No, Nick Kyrgios. No. All right, let's go right into, I had some comments. We might skip them. Skip the comments. Tomorrow's Beer Hall Freitag. We'll keep it short. The big news today is that Rafa is out. He is human. He won't be able to do this forever. Will he be able to win many more majors? I mean, think about how lucky Rafa was to get through that French Open without something flaring up like this and ruining it. And at times, Rafa didn't look very comfortable out there and was still able to find a way to win, especially against Casper Ruud. Take a look. This is Nadal playing injured, beating one of these let's not call him next generation anymore. Let's call him weak generation. Got him. I love this. Look at the overhead. That is about as slow as you'll see Rafa hit an overhead. Nice drop shot. I mean, like I was saying at the beginning, Rafa maybe could have beat Djokovic here because Rafa is better prepared to play, to adapt his game for the grass than he's ever been before. And we know he's won Wimbledon before, more than once. That overhead, so wristy. He's got a lot of cut on it, cutting around top lefty style, cutting around the top of the ball with slice. I mean, his overhead, there was no speed on it. It was all about aiming it and getting a lot of slice on it, a lot of knife on it to get to curl off the court a little bit and to set him up for the volley at the net, a lot of drops. I mean, have you ever seen Rafa hit like 30 drop shots in a match? How many did he hit? Maybe more. And then at this point, I just wanted to put that in there because Fritz misses that backhand. I mean, if you're Fritz, you got to be thinking like, the guy's hurt. Look, he's angry. See, he's angry. The guy is so hurt. How is this guy moving like that? Did you see that get Rafa got when he ran out to his left, to his forehand side? I mean, Rafa, it's hurting his serve. Still moving incredible. Such fast foot speed. Rafa, everything was sliced. I mean, it was like watching Nadal play 15 years ago because he only served to slice up the tee, slice out wide in the ad, slice up the tee in the deuce court. Here's another slow motion overhead, followed by another dropper. So sorry for you. So sorry for you, Taylor Fritz. I love the apology. Guess he didn't hit that drop shot perfectly clean. Slice up the tee for Fritzy. Look at this. Look at the court back there. It looks like Rafa is just running left and right on a clay court, slicing and dicing this guy up, moving him around. He's so angry. Aren't we glad Taylor Fritz didn't win? Because take a look. That girlfriend, she looks mean. I'm scared of her. But now look at Michael Russell. Isn't wearing all the sunscreen. This is the least we've ever seen Michael Russell with sunscreen. I love the signal from Michael Russell and whoever that lady is next to him. Like, let's go. Keep the wheels moving. Keep it going. Pumping some weights. Michael Russell. All right, take a listen to Novak Djokovic. Ask the question.
That break of serve in the third, as you said, was a turning point.
What was the turning point when you're down 2 sets?
Toilet break was the turning point. Well, I'm not going to say that.
Toilet break. It was toilet break.
But after the pep talk, when you come back out, is it
toilet
the experience, is it the mindset from what you've achieved here before that takes you through those moments, or was there a shift in play on the court?
I go through the same kind of doubtful moments as anybody else. You know, there's the inner fight is always the biggest fight that you have to fight on the court and off the court, and so trying to win that internal fight is a big challenge. And once you do that, then the external circumstances are, I feel like, more likely to go in your favor.
All right, that's enough of that. So, asked earlier, what happened? How'd you turn it around? After he lost the second set in the Onyx Center, Djokovic goes to the bathroom, toilet break, does toilet break. I was doing his voice the other day just to myself, and it was like perfect. Can't do it right now. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, so he went to the bathroom, and he said he gave himself a pep talk, and everyone laughed. And then he was like, no, not joking. Not joking. It was a real deal. Like, I went to the bathroom and gave myself a pep talk, said Novak Djokovic. Toilet break. And then I like what he said, you know, first, to win a tennis match, we have to win the battle against ourselves and our mind. And man, that is so true. If you've played enough in enough tennis in your life, you've experienced enough to kind of know when you're playing like a pressure match, for whatever, put some kind of pressure on something. Even if it's a friendly match, sometimes there'll be some pressure, and the first thing you got to do is win that battle in your mind. And excuse me, there was one comment actually that was from the Joker press conference. I'll do this one. Okay, let's just do the comments because some of these are pretty good actually. Here we go. But we're going to start with this one. Maitre Mobius, 81. Djokovic said in his press conference, at the beginning of the match, he, as in Yannick Sinner, didn't have anything to lose. But at 2-0, he suddenly had a lot to lose, and I felt that. So Novak Djokovic, he knows his way around a grass court, and he knows his way around the mind in the middle of a big pressure, best out of 5 set, massive crowd, physically in person, and millions of people around the world watching on TV. He knows his way around all that, and he knows that these guys, he knows what they're going to run into, these young guys. I will say this in Kyrgios' favor. What Djokovic doesn't know is what the hell's going on in Kyrgios' mind. And that might get under his skin. You know, we saw like in 2019, not talking about Rafa and Kyrios, talking about Roger and Djokovic in the final. We saw that, you know, that didn't really get under his skin too much. The whole crowd was against him. Pro Federer. Federer even had match points. Djokovic finds a way to come through. But can Kyrgios whip that crowd up into something where it actually somehow bothers Djokovic? I mean, we are going to have one of the most watched matches of all time because it's Kyrios and Djokovic. It's funny, this year, the latest news on their relation, because you go back years, they like hate each other, you know? And this year, the only thing we can really jump back to a story that involves both of them is Kyrgios criticizing his own government in Australia, saying that it's ridiculous. You know, Kyrgios is going to have a little experience with the law, with the court system in Australia, on his own pretty soon. But he was saying, you know, basically that it was wrong. What they did was Djokovic was terrible. He totally took his side, and then Djokovic said, thank you. I really appreciate that coming from you, Nick. I really appreciate that. Thank you. So the last thing with them is kind of on a friendly note, but we'll see if that holds up after the final on Sunday. Yes, there is a tiny chance that Scam Nori could beat Djokovic, but I don't think so. Anyways, we'll be back tomorrow to talk more about Kyrios and Djokovic. No need to get into it anymore. We'll see what we see with Scam Nori. We'll see what kind of news comes out if Kyrios gives some kind of press conference. But sad news, Rafa is out. He did everything he could. Hit the music. Let's run through these comments. The Elephant Man. Most people want to see a fight rather than a good tennis game. Well, Friday, tomorrow, if we hadn't had Rafa pull out, I argue that we would have seen both a good tennis game and a fight. And Sunday, we'll probably see that too. Luis Guilherme Mota. Djokovic should be worried. Every possible hard opponent, tough opponent, challenging opponent, he means, hard opponent in Nadal's path has mysteriously got nerfed somehow. They might as well ban all players in the top 100 and only let Nadal. Watch out, Djokovic. They still can come to get you. Harry P. Maybe that's short for Peniston. Harry Peniston. Rafa just broke his rib. Nole fam dancing left and right. They sure were. They're dancing even more today. Djokovic. Already get that. Jake Huang. Choking from 2 sets up seems to be a trademark of the next gen. What a disappointment. Mifu said, though, it's not choking. It's just hard to keep that level and focus for such a long time, especially if the other side not only doesn't drop, it elevates. Djokovic, very good at that. So, Jake, no anger towards you. I appreciate it. All the next gens, they do that. I think center a little different because grass, very different against these guys who are so well established, winning, all-time great numbers at Wimbledon. John Dickinson, your commentary is good for my mental health. Thanks, and please keep it up. We value mental health here at Coffee Break Tennis foremost. We place it above all else. So great to hear that. Chris, not to be rude or anything, but I think Americans are a bit too concerned with men and women talking together. Yeah, that was about Tim Henman getting all up on the queen to be. What's her name? Kate, something like that. Is it Kate Middleton? I don't know. I think that's her. Or is that a soccer player? I have no idea. It's a European thing. Here in America, maybe they're a little big on that stuff. This is the place where all the Me Too stuff started, is in America. So, not a surprise when my antenna goes up and I see Tim Henman about to get Me Too'd. That hook is going to pull him right out of the royal box. Anyways, the next one, Rafael Leao. Almost sounds like Rafael Nadal. Rafael Leao. Playing for chance to lose to Novak Djokovic. This is why easily the best tennis podcast. No joke. Charlie Boy. Charlie Boy must have been watching Coffee Break Tennis for a while because he knows all the things I hate in tennis. Great comment from Charlie Boy. I will teach my son to use, when he teaches his son how to play tennis, Karen Kachanov's forehand, the most ugly forehand in the world. Cam's backhand, the most ugly shovel backhand in the world, but effective. And Federico Del Bonis's serve, a beautiful motion. Get out of here! It was great until you got the Del Bonis.